What's going on, Dolphins fans? It's Connor from the Dolphins Dive, and in today's video, we're going to be breaking down the safety position ahead of this 2023 training camp. Now, yesterday, veterans officially reported, so training camp is officially underway. I'm so excited for football season and all the news that's going to bring. Before I hop into today's video, just like and subscribe to the channel, help it grow. I know a lot of you guys aren't subscribed. It would mean the world to me if you would, if you appreciate the content. But I'm going to hop right into today's video, and we're going to start with the players on the roster. And on top of that list is going to be the dog himself, Jevon Holland.
Snowman!
Following him, we have DeShaun Elliott, who he signed in free agency from the Lions, and he was on the Ravens prior to that. Brandon Jones, who's coming off a torn ACL. Verone McKinley, who was teammates with Jevon Holland in Oregon. Keidron Smith and Bennett Williams to round out the remaining players on the roster at the safety position. So we have 6 players in total. Last year, the Dolphins kept 4 players. Back in Vic Fangio's time with the Broncos, they kept 5. The back end of the safety position comes down to special teams similar to the cornerback position, which we discussed yesterday. But the combination of our safeties and our corners, without a doubt in my mind, makes the Dolphins have the best secondary in all of football.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
I think safety one position's kind of already locked up. We all know who it is. It's Jevon Holland. The real camp battle begins for the safety 2 position between DeShaun Elliott and Brandon Jones. Brandon Jones obviously coming off the torn ACL. He's not starting on the PUP list, which is a very positive sign for him, but he's still not going to be fully himself for a little bit of time. It usually takes these torn ACL guys some months to fully feel like themselves. So he's going to be in an ongoing battle with DeShaun Elliott. With that said, they have pretty similar skill sets, but some exceed more in others. But I also want to mention the fact that in this scheme, Vic Fangio does like to run a lot of 3 safeties because having the safety instead of a corner helps with run support, and he likes to try and, I'm trying to explain it in simple terms, but he likes to try and steal a player basically so he doesn't have to have him in the box but still have enough run support basically. So Brandon Jones and DeShaun Elliott both actually excel in run support. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a lot of 3 safety sets. It might take Brandon Jones fully being healthy to see that, but it's something to be aware of for sure in this scheme. So I think the main camp battle at this position is going to be Brandon Jones versus DeShaun Elliott. I think DeShaun Elliott has an early leg up simply due to the fact that Brandon Jones is still fully working on recovering to be himself. DeShaun Elliott doesn't have to worry about that. They're both working into a new scheme. So I say Elliott has an early grip, but we all have seen Brandon Jones play for us. We know the amount of talent and skill he has. He hits people like trucks. He's very good at blitzing. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Brandon Jones win this battle or at worst carve himself a role on this defense because there's going to be constant rotation. So it's a good problem to have to not know who your safety 2 is going to be and have it be a legit competition between 2 very solid players. So I think that's the main competition. Aside from that, obviously, whoever doesn't win the safety 2 job wins the safety 3 job. There's no real competition. I think there's probably going to be 4 safeties kept, so the last job is down to Verone McKinley, Keidron Smith, and Bennett Williams. So I think Verone McKinley has the early leg up. He's played in the NFL. He started games for us, so I would expect Verone to have the early leg up on those guys, but maybe Keidron Smith or Bennett Williams shows out in training camp, and that's my favorite part of training camp is you never know truly some of these younger guys that don't have the biggest names. You don't know who's going to do really well and who might pop off. So I'm excited to see all these young guys at every position group and see who's battling to make this roster because we have a lot of talent. So it's tough for any of these young rookies coming in to win a job. So when they do, it makes it that much more interesting to see. Not even necessarily a job, but just making the roster in general. So that's all I've got for the safeties. I think, obviously, Jevon Holland's starting safety. We've got DeShaun Elliott and Brandon Jones battling for safety too. I think Elliott wins it early on. Brandon Jones could win the job back when he's fully recovered. And then Verone McKinley also makes the roster. So that's my analysis. Comment down below, though. Who do you think wins the safety jobs? And that's all I've got for you. So like and subscribe to help the channel grow. And until next time, I'll catch y'all.